Hey guys, so I'm back with another makeup bag. I am sick. I just woke up from a nap, so if I'm not looking my best, that's why. But I want to go ahead and go through some products I've used in the last month and a half to 2 months. It's been a little bit since I made one of these videos. I know I probably uploaded these close, but I did film the other one quite a bit ahead. So let's just jump into it. First thing, I was using the Becca Afterglow palette. This was out a few years ago. I want to say maybe like 5 now. It had a set of 5 shades here. So you had 3 highlighters and 2 blushes. Now I used up all of Moonstone. I do have another Moonstone like mini. And then I have done a little bit of damage on Rose Gold, but then there's Topaz, and then this is Wild Honey and Flower Child. I love Becca products. These are so nice. It's a nice travel palette because you have quite a selection. You can take it on the go. I continually go back to this and use it. Really enjoy that product, so I'll keep using it. But if you have that, maybe it's something you dig out because it is really, really nice. I was using the lip injection. This is the clear. This is a travel size. It came with some sort of holiday set, and I love the lip injection. It does have that tingly feeling on your lips, so if you're not a fan of that, you won't like this, but I enjoy that feeling. It does add a little bit of redness around the lip line for me, and then it does have that kind of stingy feeling, but I enjoy that. And this was a pure liquid lip from a holiday collection last year, 2 years ago. This is an Eau Bay, and it's really pretty nude. It dries down. It's not too drying on the lips. It just feels really comfortable. I have a couple other nude lips here. So NYX, this is the Lingerie Gloss in the shade Spirit. Now this is a really pretty shade, but I've decided that I'm going to get rid of this because it smells super fake and I just do not enjoy the scent of the product. It's that kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a sweet to mask over the maybe chemical smell that is in the lip gloss. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. There's the Tardis Lip Paint. This was with their festival collection. This is the shade Festival. It looks like a pink, but it almost dries down as like a purple pink, which is really, really pretty in my opinion. I love this. It's one of my favorite shades, and those matte lip paints from them are really nice. I tried their initial lip paints and was not a fan. They're kind of, I don't know, they just weren't the best formula in my opinion, so I really enjoyed the matte lip paints from them. And then I have a Bare Minerals liquid lip in the shade Infamous. These are matte, and this is just kind of a pink nude as well. One of my favorite formulas. I've talked about them a lot here on my channel. And this is one in the shade Juju, which is a little bit deeper of a pink. Also very nice on the lips. I have another NYX Lingerie Gloss. This is in the shade Euro Trash, and again, I like the shade on this, but I'm getting rid of it because I just don't love that scent. So it's a deeper nude pink, really, really pretty on the lips, but I can't stand that scent. So if those were matte lips, it wouldn't bother me because they dry down, but just not my favorite formula. I have a Makeup Revolution nude. This is Love Nude, and this is a nice little lipstick. For the price. It's like $3, but I don't know, something about the color, I enjoyed it, but then it started leaving that little white line there after a little bit of wear, and I don't like that. It's not something I'm going to reapply during the day if I'm busy. I don't have time, so I don't want to end up with that white line there, and it's just wasn't good. I'm getting rid of it. And the last lip product I believe in here was this Insanity Cream lipstick from Urban Decay. This is a very warm nude. As you can see, it's very orangey nude. I love this. It's one of my favorite nudes of all time from them, and it came in a big holiday vault set that I got from them. I don't think it's a holiday vault, but I think it was out at holiday time a few years ago. I really enjoyed it, really liked it, so That's one lip product that I did like. I also have the Heavy Metal Glitter Liner from Urban Decay in the shade Volume. This was part of holiday collection this year. It's like a reddish orange tone, really pretty. The only thing with this is it does have some silver glitters mixed in, but when you put it on your lid, it does have a lot of color influence. So I put it over a more like champagne color shadow, and it did add a lot of red tone to it. So just be aware of that if you're using that shade in particular. I went back to using my Hangover RX primer from Too Faced, and I really love this. This primer is so nice. It's so moisturizing. It has coconut water in it. It has probiotic based ingredients and skin revivers, and I see all of that definitely. I have dry skin. In the wintertime I get eczema and it's really dry. It was 0 but felt like 10 below, 13 below last week. So this was really nice to have for my skin. It just gives it a splash of moisture again. I did put it off to the side because I'm using another new primer, and then I can talk to you guys about that soon. Oops. But I really love this for the winter months. It's nice in the summer too because it's nice and refreshing, but I was just using it the last couple weeks. Then I have an e.l.f. Golden Bronzer in the shade Golden, and this has that NARS type packaging. And then here's what it looks like. So I'm trying to finish this up this year, trying to pan it. Obviously I've hit pan on it. I'm just trying to finish it up. So I have a lot of bronzers trying to kind of rotate through my collection, but at the same time I do want to finish this. So that's one that I'm really going to try to work into, but love this. It is a little bit more shimmery, but you can kind of buff it out to make it look not as shimmery on your skin. A lot of Urban Decay in this video, so let's do this one next. The Naked Cherry palette. It's the highlight and blush palette. And I got this. I wasn't going to get this, but then it was on sale, so I thought, okay, putting in an Ulta order, I'll just throw that in because I kind of wanted it, but I didn't want to spend full price on it, so it was on sale. I got it. The blush is really nice. Now it looks very bright in here, but when you put it on the skin, it just kind of shears out. It's a really nice consistency. This highlight I do really appreciate. It's kind of a champagne, but it shifts a little bit, and then this is a white that shifts pink. These are pretty glittery highlights, which I love. I love a glitter bomb. I love being covered in glitter, so I do not mind that. I know some people will, but I didn't think I needed this, but when it went on sale, I was like, all right, let me try it, because I do love these little sets that they have for their blushes and highlights. And then I have a Tarte highlight in the shade Party. This was a holiday, no, not holiday, oh, my brain. This was a birthday gift from Sephora a couple years ago, and I love the shade. It's kind of nude, it's kind of pink. You can wear it with a lot of different things, and I really enjoy it. So their blushes last a long time on the skin. Continue to wear that and enjoy that. And I was also using the Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation in the shade Fairlight Neutral. It was getting a little bit deep for me because I didn't have a tan at the time. I could put it back on now because it does kind of match my skin tone. This has a rose scent to it, which is the only thing I don't enjoy about this. And it does stay pretty dewy on the skin, which is fine for my dry skin. But in the summertime, I can't wear this. I get too greasy. So this is the perfect time to wear it. I want to try to finish it back up before summer rolls around, so I'll have to dig that out again. And then I had the Covergirl powder, Vitalist Healthy powder in the shade Classic Ivory. I really enjoy this powder. It doesn't look like it, but I've made quite a dip. It is kind of, what's the word? There's a dip in the pan, whatever. There's a dip in the pan, and now it does come with a powdered sponge. I don't tend to use those. I did just kind of set my nose at the end of the day with that. Went over it, took some grease off, then just kind of pressed it back on. But this, I love this powder. It doesn't dry out the skin. It doesn't make you look super cakey. It adds a nice little bit of color, and I really enjoy it. I hear a lot of people on YouTube that like this, and so I recommend you try it out if you haven't already, as CoverGirl is cruelty free now. This is something that I know a lot of people aren't going to like, but I love these. This is the Space Powder, Shimmering Powder for face and body from Urban Decay. This was the highlighting little, it's gold but has like green reflex to it and tons of glitter. Now I know a lot of people do not like these highlighters. I'm one that does love this. And it comes with a little mini brush underneath. Now I find that these brushes are the best way to apply this to get the maximum amount of color on it. But if you're not too concerned about that, you just kind of want a lot of glitter, a lot of shimmer, then use any brush. But I find that you can get the best color if you use that brush that comes with it. I personally love this. I'm down for a fun highlighter. It's something different in my collection, unless I'm at work where I have to kind of tone things down a little bit around my students and my teachers and parents when I'm in meetings. But this is just something fun. It's something I love. It's a little mini. I knew I had to pick it up. I got it after the holidays, and I love the little picture in here. It's just, I don't know, it's the beach, it's fun, it's colorful. I just really love that mini. And then I was using the Too Faced Natural Face palette, which is highlighters, blushes, and bronzers. And this packaging is so heavy duty and elegant. It's weighty for sure. The Satin Sheets highlighter is definitely my favorite out of the two. The top one, Starlight, is more duochrome. It's kind of gold but with a lot of pink and purple reflect. And then Pink Sand is my favorite blush here at the bottom. It's more subdued, more natural. The one on the top is very bright in your face. And then Sunny Honey is at the top. That's a matte bronzer. And the bottom one could be a blush or a bronzer. It's Tropic Like It's Hot. They're very pretty. You can use these in a lot of different ways, a lot of different skin tones. Love this palette. Nice little one for throwing in your bag when you're going on a weekend trip because you have a lot of products in there together. So let's go through then the eyeshadow palettes that I was using, and let me tell you my thoughts on those. So first one I see is the Makeup Revolution Redemption Eyeshadow Palette Essential Matte. So this one kind of took on the Urban Decay little palettes, the Naked 1, Naked 2, Basics. You have a lot of neutrals, and a lot of these kind of look similar on the eyes. Some more neutral tone, some more yellow tone. You have more pink based ones. Then you start getting into the deeper ones here. And I know on camera these two look very similar, but this one's more warm and deeper. This one's cooler and a little bit lighter toned. And then you have your blues and your purples. Now I love this. I took it on the holidays because I think that it's a nice palette to mix with more shimmery palettes, and it's nice to pair up. So if I had something that's an all shimmer palette, I want something like this because say I have a blue shimmer, I can pull in the blues. Say I have a purple shimmer in there, I can pull in the purples. This is nice to work into your collection some way. So I do find a lot of use for this, and I'm going to continue to hold on to that. I actually think I'm going to continue to hold on to all these, so I'm not going to keep saying I'm going to continue to hold on to that. This one is from Makeup Revolution. This is one of their chocolate palettes. This is Pink Fuzz, and it looks like this. Now, it's not technically duping any of the Too Faced palettes. At best, it's close to the semi-sweet, but it's not even really close to that. But you have a lot of cool tone neutrals, and then your blue pop, and then you have like an icy blue there on the second one in. It's really pretty. Lots of shimmers. I love their formula. I really enjoyed this palette as well. You have a couple duochromes over here. I find that I can get a lot of good use out of it because it has a neutral transition shade, it has a base shade, it has an outer corner, and then your ton of shimmers. So I really enjoy this palette as well, and it's different from any of the other Too Faced chocolate bars. Like I said, it's not necessarily a dupe for any of them, so I'm going to continue to hold on to that because some of the ones that the chocolate bars that they have out are dupes, and if I have both the Too Faced and that one, I don't necessarily need them both. So I think that's something that I can really look at and say like, hey, I don't need both of those. Let's move them out of my collection. This one I was super excited about when it first was announced. I saw Kathleen Lights, I believe, talk about this. This is the Disney collection with ColourPop. First of all, how pretty is that picture of all of the princesses? It's kind of like an updated version of them. And then inside, it's super neutral, a lot of really pretty shades, and right in my comfort zone. Stuff that I knew that I could use every single day. You have silver and gold and black, and then a lot of neutrals, some pinks, purples. I really enjoyed this palette. I thought it was easy to work with. However, the one thing I was a little bit disappointed about were the shimmers. So this is a very flaky, very glittery shimmer. This one in Ray is very, very pretty. I love that one. But then these two over here, they were a little lackluster for me. So I did enjoy it, but I don't know, I was a little bit let down on the shimmers, and I didn't hear anybody talk about that really, so it's kind of a surprise. The Flawless palettes from Makeup Revolution, I love and enjoy so much. So this one was the first one out. It's the black packaging, and then inside you have 32 shades, very neutral. If you love a good neutral palette, this is definitely one to go to because you have the first two rows, the first two columns, I guess I should say, are mattes, and those set the shades. They are your base shades, your transition shades, your outer corner, but then a lot of the other ones are shimmer. So let me show you here. You have these two rows which are matte, and then you have a couple mattes over here, but those really set the stage, and then you can use any of these shimmers over here. You have 3 different blacks. The top one is black with like bluish shimmer, the middle one is black with silver glitter, and then the bottom one is matte, maybe just the tiniest flecks of gold shimmer in there. But look how pretty that is. How many colors are, you know, neutral, but you can create so many different looks. And I used these shimmers on the eyes yesterday, and they're just so pigmented, so really, really pretty. If you haven't tried the Flawless palette, it's definitely, the first one is definitely my favorite based on the color selection in there, but 2 and 3 are also very pretty, and I think there's a Flawless matte, which I don't have, but I should pick up. They're just such pretty palettes, and those 32 pan ones are really, really nice. And then I had the ColourPop Fame palette. When I first saw this, I thought, it's a cool tone palette. I have a lot of those. I don't need them, but it's ColourPop. It was on sale, so I decided to pick it up. It is really, really pretty. I love cool tones. Again, though, the shimmers in this were a little lackluster to me. I enjoyed this debutante one here, and I believe the Most was also really nice. We're a little flaky, a little lackluster. I didn't need them. I could have found something just as good elsewhere. I do appreciate this. It has a place in my collection for sure. Would I go back and repurchase it? No, but am I glad that I have it? Sure, I'll definitely use it, and I enjoy it. It's not my favorite, but I do enjoy products it. I have. I got the Fetish palette. This is the Face palette from Kat Von D. This was her holiday 2018 collection. I enjoy this. I love that she paired blushes with highlighters, and they're very shimmery. They're kind of that crush formula. I enjoy that. I like these. I think that this adds a nice little bit of color on the skin, just enough to liven things up. If you use a light hand, this does the same exact thing. It's just so pretty. But you can go really deep with this as well. And then the purple just adds a nice cool tone look to match your eyes. It can be really, really pretty. So I do enjoy this palette a lot. This is a throwback. This is the Metal Matte palette from Kat Von D. I'm so sorry. From Kat Von D. So this was a couple years ago, her holiday collection. You have all your mattes down here, all the metal crush shades at the top. Such a pretty collection of colors. I don't find myself using this as much as I thought I would. I do have it on my eyes today. So today I went in with a couple shades from my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette to kind of set and then go in the transition. But then I used this blue shade here and this one up here in the crease. I used this in the outer corner. And then I used the shimmer shade from another palette on the inner corner of my eye. I think it came out really, really nice. I love the shades. I love that there's so much variation. You can have nude, you can have deep colors down here, the forest greens, the purples. This yellow here is kind of like a buttercream that you don't see in a lot of palettes. And then you have your shimmery shades up top. They're not my favorite formula. I definitely like a lot of other shimmers better, but it is nice to try them out and get a lot of product in here. Now this was a super expensive palette and it's limited edition. You can't get it anymore, but I did enjoy this. So if you have it, grab it out. Then before I die, I had the Zodiac palette from BH Cosmetics. This is the original one and it is so huge. This is a shimmer formula that I enjoy better than the Kat Von D one. So this is all mattes in the middle, all shimmer, baked on the outside. I'll put it up closer to you so you can see, but I enjoy these. They're very pigmented, okay. I took one dip in and there was so much color, it was crazy. And then the shimmers are so pigmented, so pretty, so shiny. One day I wore Taurus, which is this one down here. It's like a taupey shade. I wore it on my lid and I was like, oh my gosh. At work, I looked in the mirror. I was like, oh my gosh, what eyeshadow did I use this morning? That is so beautiful. Then I remembered it was this palette and I was like, yes, because I know for like $24 that this palette has so many looks. It is such a great steal. And what other shimmers can you get that will make you like do a double take on yourself? So Urban Decay, not Urban Decay. Oh my gosh. I'm sick, bear with me. BH Cosmetics has great products, great formulas. I enjoy this a lot, so if you're looking for some nice color, this has a lot of jewel tones, definitely try this out. I'm going to get out of here before I start coughing more. My voice, I'm sure you can tell, is already like, bleh. But I will talk to you guys in a future video, and take care. Let me know if you want to see anything special. I kind of like don't know what to film these days, so you tell me, what do you want to see on my channel? I'm thinking about doing one of those keep 10 drop 10 palette videos in the future, so let me know if you're interested in that, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!